Michael, Microsoft spends $1 billion a year to bring third-party titles to Game Pass. Holy. Grant Taylor-Hill over at Insider Gaming. In a monumental report covering the state of the play for Microsoft and Xbox, Bloomberg dove deep into the impact of Game Pass subscription service. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and it was garnering a mixed response from developers over the years, but one staggering statistic in Bloomberg's write-up reveals just how invested Microsoft is in the platform. It was said that the tech titan spends $1 billion annually to pull third-party games onto Game Pass. That is insane. Often parting ways with millions of dollars just to put pen to paper and get the deals signed. Michael, that is an absolute ton of money, but again, it goes to show how invested they are in the Game Pass ecosystem.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about it, right? Game Pass has almost become Xbox's exclusive title, right? We don't get many Xbox exclusives, at least this year. We'll see what next year brings, right? But Indiana Jones already has a date for coming out on PlayStation. There's more rumors that there's more Xbox exclusives that we've had throughout the years, potentially moving over to PlayStation as well. So this makes sense, right? I'm sure if you looked at Sony and how much money Sony spends a year on exclusives, right? We just talked about Concord, potentially, let's say $200 million. 5 exclusives, if you use that number, boom, Sony's now spent $1 billion on their exclusives. So it makes sense when you view Game Pass as basically Xbox's exclusive. So that's how I view it, and then that number starts to make sense, because again, it feels like we talk about every day on this show, it almost seems, the reason to buy an Xbox is to get Game Pass, and because there's a billion games on Game Pass that you can play by just subbing to the subscription, you're going to have, you know, any game to your choosing. That really feels like what Xbox is going with, so it makes sense. Makes sense to me as a consumer because I have an Xbox and I actually appreciate that there's a reason to get an Xbox. I would rather have exclusives over Game Pass, but if they're going to spend $1 billion to bring games in, I'm not going to hate on the fact that it gives me more options.
Yeah, and on top of that too, right? They also have Black Ops 6 coming. That's the other side.
Yeah.
All the Call of Duties are going to be there. All the Call of Duties as of the future will now be on Game Pass. Dude, it's a huge win for gamers, right? I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, and that's what they're looking to draw in, is that subscription model, get you in, get you hooked, that way you never leave, like me.